Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chronicles of Choices. Oh, Boju, yes or no? This podcast speaks to our decision-making process that leads to the choices that we make. It's all about what we relinquish for what we have and the impact of such choices. It also touches the choices that other people make on our behalf and the choices we make on behalf of others and the impact of such choices. Whether we make the choices ourselves, whether we make these choices on behalf of other people, whether other people make these choices on our behalf. The question is, what is the impact? I am Dr. Tiffany Oloke, also known as Dr. T. Follow me as we tea and listen together. Thank you. Hello, everyone. And right here, we have season 2, episode 4. Come on. This is amazing. Season 2, episode 4. And remember, we've been talking about our core values. And today, we will be talking about resilience. Resilience is something that is very powerful. It's something that we all need, especially in the season that we find ourselves. The season of uncertainty, the season of, chaos everywhere, the season of unrest. Whether you're talking as an individual, you're talking about as a family, as corporate, as a nation, resilience is very, very important. Without resilience, to be honest with you, we cannot do most things. We cannot fight battles. We cannot respond to battles and our trials in the way that we are supposed to gain that victory. So I will define resilience as the ability to bounce back from any difficult situation that we find ourselves. The ability to be victorious, so to speak. The ability to come back as a champion in the face of defeat and struggle. The ability to say, yes, I came up and I came out from the other side of victory. Resilience is very important. Somebody had asked me before whether you can be born with resilience. And I'm going to tell you 100% that nobody is born with resilience. Resilience is not something that you're born with. Resilience is something that you learn in the course of life. Personally, I learned resilience in my life through personal life experiences, right? And apart from that, I have seen my parents. Growing up, I saw my parents at every point in time in their lives where there was need for resilience, where there was need for them to fight battles and just make sure that they win. So at times we learn it. I saw a lot of resilience with my parents and I learned it. But as I, developed my own path in life, I developed high-level resilience for myself. Not just because I woke up one morning and I said, I'm going to build resilience. No. The trials of life, the battles of life, the unforeseen circumstances of life taught me how to be resilient. And remember when I started this podcast, I said I wasn't going to tell fake stories. I wasn't going to create imagination, that I was going to share from my personal life, from my family experiences, and from other people that have shared their life experiences with me. Resilience just speaks to how we develop a strategy, the ability to adapt successfully and cope with any difficult or challenging life experiences that we might have. Having said that, there are categories of resilience, right? We have the physical resilience, we have the mental resilience, we have emotional resilience, and we have the social resilience. And I'm going to explain them within a few minutes so that we understand how powerful resilience can keep us and take us to a level where we can be the champs, right? It's tough. Life happens. Things do happen. Unplanned, unforeseen, unprepared for situations happen. Whether you're talking about your health, you're talking about your finances, you're talking about your children, you're talking about just things, natural occurrences that just come our way without us giving them invitation. Who would want to give chaos an invitation? Nobody wants to give life-threatening situations an open invitation. But you know what? Without knocking, without pressing the bell, they show up. Without invitation, they show up. So how do we manage that space? It's something that is very, very important and that we have to learn. Like I said, I have been through a lot in life, and resilience is one of the things that really helped me to overcome those times where I needed to be strong and I needed to be victorious. And at times you have to be very determined, right? You have to know that there is no other way. I just have to win. I just have to win. I just have to conquer, and not just conquer, but conquer really hard and really well. And that is why, number one, I'm just going to start with that physical resilience that I was talking about. The physical resilience could be your body. It talks more about your physical, your body ability to adapt to physical challenges, how you maintain stamina and how you maintain strength that is necessary for you to heal. And it's not only necessary for you to heal, it is necessary for you to heal in a prompt and effective manner. Most times, this is influenced by our health lifestyle, choices, and connections. So our body ability to adapt to physical challenges, maintaining stamina, strength that is necessary for us to heal in a very prompt, effective manner, which is usually influenced by our health, our lifestyle, the choices we make, and how we basically treat our body. And when we talk about the mental resilience, we're talking about the mental capacity, and that's how I put it, the mental capacity to deal with any issue that might come our way. Most times there are uncertainties, right? There are difficult situations. And when you're thinking about your mental capacity, you're thinking about how you gain that mental fortitude. That's how I call it. At times I'm telling my children, I'm like, don't let me break down. Don't let me lose my mental fortitude. So I define mental capacity and mental resilience as a mental kind of fortitude, meaning that the ability to stay calm, to stay focused during any crisis. It helps you to move on with your life and in any process without a long-term negative impact. What are these long-term negative impact? Anxiety, depression, mental breakdown. And that is why mental resilience is very powerful and very important. Now let's talk about emotional resilience. For me, when I think about emotional resilience, it's very powerful. I'm not saying the other three are not important, but I see emotional resilience as a self-control kind of stamina that you have over situations of life, right? And when I'm talking about the emotional resilience, I'm talking about how we respond emotionally to challenging situations and how we deal with our feelings. Feeling is a very strong thing, and people don't think about feelings as very strong, and people just refer to feelings. It's just my feeling, is how I feel, but feeling could be a very powerful thing. and how we respond using our emotions to every negative emotional situation. For instance, anxiety. For instance, fear. For instance, anger, vulnerability, sadness. How we respond to all those is based on how emotionally strong we are. How you respond to people in the midst of chaos. How you defend yourself emotionally. How you guard your space emotionally. Those items that you protect with your emotions gives you that ability to say that, you know what, I'm emotionally resilient. And when you look at the mental resilience, right, which is basically connected to our emotional resilience. And to be honest with you, everything is connected. Your physical resilience is connected with your mental resilience, is connected to your mental resilience. And one thing that is so funny is every time I think about social resilience, and I connect that as well, they all align. And when you're looking at the social resilience, you're looking at the capacity of a person or a group of people to adapt to and to be able to bounce back from adversity, from natural disaster, from violence, from abuse, from economic hardship. That's when you think about social resilience. You know, when 9/11 hit, all of us, including those that were impacted directly and those that were not impacted directly or in one way or the other, we all pulled together something called social resilience to be able to bounce back. And it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time to be able to do that. So when you're thinking about social resilience, you're thinking about the community resilience as us. You could also think about family resilience. When things happen in a family and everybody bears the burden, and you turn that emotional resilience, the physical resilience, and the mental resilience into a kind of a social resilience, meaning that we all are in this together. And we all are going to survive this together, and we all are going to be victorious. Then let's look at corporate resilience. I've seen some corporations, some businesses collapse over years. And they come back, these companies come back together. And when they come back, that is when you're saying that there is a corporate resilience, meaning that we can face this economic downtime right now, but we came back. And not just that we came back, we are coming back stronger than we used to be. And that is the corporate resilience that comes in. When a company is filing bankruptcy, as an individual, as an entrepreneur, as a small business, as an MNC, multinational corporation, as anything whatsoever, a family small business, when you come back and there is a turnaround, you are applying your corporate resilience using your social resilience. So resilience is a very, very powerful thing. It's very needed, much needed. And I have never, ever seen anyone or any individual come out as a survivor of any situation and they just said, we slept or I slept and we woke up or I woke up and the trial was gone. And the moment was gone and the sadness was gone. No. Resilience is what keeps us sane, is what gives us that winning heart that we want to wear. Resilience is not a joke. It's hard. It's not that easy. But one thing that I found very interesting in my own life during the times of trials is one major factor that I was able to rely on certain people during my time of needing help. So making sure that we have people that we can rely on, people that will become the wind under our wings, people that will tell us it's gonna be all right, people that will take steps to say to us and make sure that we are all right, people that we can talk to, people we can rely on. Because remember, there is a psychological thing when you know that someone is present with you. And I'm going to tell you this, never give up on anything. Never, ever give up on anything. Don't allow the trial times to suppress you, to bring you down, and to have the winning and the victory over you. People that are very determined are very resilient. People that are very determined, people that are not perturbed, people that would use difficulty as a stepping stone onto greatness. Those people have high level of resilience, meaning they don't give up. If you don't give up on your dreams, if you do not give up on whatever good that you're laying your heart and your hands on to do that seems very difficult, one day, trust me, everything is going to be all right. You know, having resilience means that you're having a positive outlook and you believe in your ability to overcome. And that is what you should hold on to. There is no way. You know, I tell people as a believer that we are not promised a smooth journey. We are not promised that everything is going to be rosy, be beautiful, be, 100% lovely, like I like to call it. It's lovely. Every day is lovely. No. But one thing is sure, that if we are resilient, if we are strong, this too shall pass. And for most people that are successful, as families, as individuals, as professionals, resilience is something that we all need. Like I said in the beginning, we're not born with it. We learn it. We develop it. And it's very important that we think about the victory of every situation as they approach us. The moment that situation comes and you are defeated by your thought that this has come to stay and I'm going to lose, then you're going to lose. But as things are approaching us and we have this positive attitude and the strength, then we can press on and do anything whatsoever. I tell everyone, every time I have the ability to mount on any stage for motivation, I tell people the journey might not be easy, and it's not always easy. But you are the only one that determines whether the situation is going to turn around for good, or is going to turn around for worse, or is going to stay the same way. Don't give up. Be resilient. Be strong. I would like to round up. It's your choice. Being resilient is your choice. Nobody can be resilient on your behalf. When you are faced head on with those situations, it's about your resilience. Therefore, I would encourage you to choose resilience and never leave the battlefield. You're gonna come back and come out on the winning side. I have come out so many times on the winning side. Will the journey be easy? No. Will the battle be easy? No. But when you fight and face it with strength and stamina and grace, definitely you are gonna come out on the winning side. So until next time, when I come here to speak to you about any other core value, you keep on being resilient, as this too shall pass. From the Chronicles of Choices, or Bochu, yes or no? Be the paladin of your decisions through your choices. Be the paladin of your story. And be the paladin of your life. Till another tea and listen with Dr. T. Just be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And love regardless.